Hello, hello, welcome. This is Dawn McCoy with Flourish Leadership Group, where I ignite your leadership to the next level. I'm so glad you tuned in. If you are here live, put a one in the box so that I know that you're here. And if you're joining for the replay, type hashtag replay. Love that you've tuned in as well. As you know, sharing is caring, so I appreciate that you're sharing this with a friend who might gain from this knowledge about leadership. One thing that we can always remember about being leaders, that we can always ask, what's in a word? Well, what's in a word? How do we say this? How do we thank people? How do we say something? How do we use our words and our articulation to make a point? The point is, quite simply, as leaders, we are in a position of authority to be able to empower or discourage people with one word. And so I want you to think with me today about, do you have one word that you use to inspire people? My word used to be flourish. I always wanted to flourish. I wanted to thrive. I wanted to be able to be alive in my leadership and hence flourish leadership. What's your one word? What is it that makes you who you are in what you do to help people, inspire them, encourage them, drive them to things, help them, encourage, and most importantly, lead? One of the things that we know throughout history is there are example after example of people who've been able to say just one word and maybe be able to inspire people. But I want you to think about what you would do if you looked at your future self 15, 20 years, 50 years in the future. And what would be the word that people would describe you? If you would, type it in the box there, or feel free to think about it later. Put pen to paper. One of the things I'd like to think about is that I was alive, that I was vibrant, that I was being engaging with the people who I was leading and who I was bringing along in my journey. I'm hopeful that you have a word, whatever it might be, how you inspire people, what you say, how you say it. In times such as these, a word is so important. What is in a word? What is in how we say something? What is it in what we do that we say with those words? And so while it's a simple message, as you know, we can all be inspired and encouraged by a simple word ourselves. I know when I hear of Disneyland, wow, great memories, right? Rocket ships, ooh, exciting, how enchanting. Wow, spooky, scary forest, Halloween, all of those things that are in a word. I say that to trivialize the fact that we as leaders have to be articulate in how we use our words, but also mindful of the impact that we have helping, leading, and charging others with our vision and carrying out what we would like them to do. So I want to challenge you today. If you have not already thought about what you can do to inspire others with your words, think about, again, that legacy, the word that you will leave behind. What word will people say about you when you're gone? What will people say about how you were a leader? We know we have, again, tremendous examples throughout history, but one thing that I can recall from years of watching people in my circles and actually in my formative years were people who had exuded excellence. Barbara Jordan is one who comes to mind. Last week was National Book and Authors Readers Day, that I love books and was so enchanted to remember how much I love Barbara Jordan. Her leadership, her style, her eloquence, everything about her just exuded leadership. And so when you think about her and her legacy of what she was able to do, how she was articulate, and she was an example to so many, we can follow what she did. So I want to challenge you this week, if you have not already done so, think about how you can be someone who is an exemplary leader. Well, I want to encourage you to join me every Sunday evening at 8 p.m. Eastern for Leadership Reflections, all things leadership. And I have a very special show coming up tomorrow. Actually, a special edition. I'm going to be featuring a dynamic and amazing woman in my dynamic leadership series for amazing women, conversations with leaders who are just bar none. So I want you to tune in. I'll be actually posting some engaging shortcuts about her and her dynamic leadership ability. But again, tune in right here at Dawn McCoy Books for Leadership Reflections. That's Monday evening, August 17th at 5 p.m. Eastern. Obviously, it'll be live for those who don't join on live. You'll be able to catch a replay. But I want to encourage you to bring a friend, tell a friend, and encourage them to be there. And of course, to make sure that you know that you're welcome to join me every Sunday evening to talk about leadership. Share in the comments about what the important part of today, the topic being what's in a word and how you use your words and how you articulate, how you are able to exude excellence in what you do. Also, you can find me across social at Dawn McCoy Books and follow what I do at flourishleadership.com. Love to bring a message about leadership development and communications and help you be more effective in what you do communicating. Well, I look forward to you joining me again for another edition of Leadership Reflections. Until we meet again, be enlightened, be enriched, be empowered.